We'll be making this beautiful Basque corset dress with the flare on the wrist area, and I'll be drafting the pattern on this video. While making the dress, I decided to make it a two-part video. So on the other video, I'm going to show you how to sew every other part of the dress. Hello lovelies, welcome back to my channel. My name remains Ruke. Come along, let's dive into it. For this dress, I'll be using the wadding, stay, and also boning, the fabric, which is the lace, the crepe, and the Ankara for this dress. Then also, don't forget the pattern paper. So these are all the things we'll be using for the dress. So first of all, I had to draft the basic bodice pattern. For both the front and the back, I use separate pattern paper for them, and we'll be working on the front piece. So we have the chest line, the bust point, the under bust, and the waist measurement. Then for the shoulder, I used 8 inches, which is 16 inches. Then I came down by 1 inch. So on the shoulder line, find the midpoint. Mine was 5 inches and the midpoint was 2.5. So you take your ruler and connect that 2.5 that you mark on the midpoint of your shoulder all the way down to the bust point line. I'll be marking the guide for the cup. Okay, so you take your tape and you measure from your bust point line to your under bust line, and you mark whatever you have round. So that's what I use for the guide of the corset cup. So to get that circle that we need, and I'm going to use my pen to just mark it round. So if yours is 3 inches, mark the 3 inches. If it's 2.5, mark the 2.5. If it's 5 inches, you mark it round. Okay, so that's basically what you are going to do. So after marking it round, take your tape and mark half an inch on both sides on that underbust. Okay, from the edge of the dart of the previous dart that you have. So you mark half an inch. Then when you finish marking it, you connect it directly to the waist dart. You see that dart, just connect it. It's going to be like a V shape. I'm going to use my marker so that you'll be able to see it clearly. Okay, so do the same thing for yours. Mark half an inch on both sides and connect it to the waist dart. When you are through connecting that part, take your curve ruler and connect it to that 1 inch that you came down on your dart line. Okay, so you connect it with your curve rule just exactly as I'm doing mine. Do the same thing for yours. So you are going to just have that connection for your dart. Okay, so after doing that, take your tape and find the total measurement of the dart, okay, on the underbust line. So what I have is 1.6, and we are going to mark it. So we are going to mark 0.6 on the central front line, and we are going to mark 1 inch on the side front. Okay, so we have central front and side front, so you mark it that way. Then connect it all the way down to the bust point line. So after connecting it, you connect it on both sides. Then when you are done connecting it, you mark 0.25 on both sides of the new dart that you've gotten. Then you connect that 0.25 down to your underbust. And the reason for the 0.25 is to help tighten up our cup. Okay, just to tighten that cup area. So use your ruler to connect it, and after connecting it, take your tape and mark your chest line where you want your cleavage to be. So you can take it from your client measurement and mark like the length that you got, or you come down or go up by 1 inch or half an inch. So I went down by 1 inch and I mark half an inch in, so I came in by half an inch. On that half an inch line, connect it to the 0.25 that you have. Okay, so after connecting it, then you take your curve ruler and connect it to the underbust line. So you can either use your curve ruler or just do it free hand that I did. Okay, so you see what I did there, I did it freestyle. So it all depends on how you want to do yours. So just connect it exactly as I did mine. After marking that part, you come over to your armhole. So you see that line between your armhole and your bust measurement, you are going to find the midpoint. So after finding the midpoint, mark it, whatever you have, just mark it. On that point that you mark, come down by half of an inch. Okay, so I came down by half of an inch. Then after coming down by half of an inch, I drew a straight line all the way down to the side front. Okay, so that is going to be our new armhole line. Okay, so after drawing it, we are going to now connect it down to that 0.25. So the first 1 inch that we used and the first 0.6 that we use are no longer valid. Okay, so that's why we are not using it. So take your curve ruler now and connect it. After connecting it, you are now going to connect it from that half of an inch all the way down to your under bust. So remember that 4 inch that we use for the guide, so that's what you are going to use as your guide for this cup. So now just connect it exactly as I'm doing mine. After connecting it, you've gotten your cup. Okay, so we've gotten the cup area, and I'm just going to use the marker to mark out all the part of our top so that it will be visible for you to see all the lines. It's time to insert the measurement. Okay, so I have to cross out those lines, they are not needed. So to insert your measurement, you have to mark your bust line. So for the bust line, after marking my bust line, which was 9.5, after inserting the 9.5, find the total measurement of your dart. Okay, so whatever you have, you mark it on the bust line. So after marking it, you add your 1.5, 1 inch for sewing allowance and half an inch for ease. So after you've marked that part, go over to the waist and do the same thing. So for the waist, you are going to mark your total waist measurement. So what I had was 8 inches. That is after dividing the waist by 4. So you mark the 8 inches and find the total measurement of the dart. So remember it was 1 inch, so you add 1 inch. Then after adding the 1 inch, add 1.5 inch for sewing allowance and ease and connect it. So you can connect it with a straight ruler. I usually use curve ruler, but you can connect yours with a straight ruler while doing your pattern. Okay, so that's it. This line that I'm drawing now is not needed because remember that half an inch that we came down is going to be our new armhole line. So just connect every other part. Can you see it? So it's coming out. So it's time to get the keyhole for the dress. I use 3 inches for the wideness, while 2 inch for the depth. So it depends on, you can use 1.5 inch. So to get the keyhole, you have to figure out how wide you want the keyhole to be. Okay, so you are going to take your tape from that 1 inch or 1.5 inch you came down for the neck depth. You are going to mark 1 inch. Okay, so after marking the 1 inch, you can come in by 3 inches or 4 inches, then you connect it all the way down to that 1 inch. Okay, so that is going to give you the keyhole yoke. Okay, so that's it. So from that part now, after you have done marking it, you start cutting out your pattern paper. So I'm going to cut it out and show you how it looks. So this is the pattern paper, and the keyhole area, that neckline is cut on fold. Then you are going to cut your cup 2 pieces, then mark it so that you'll be able to understand it. So you have the upper part and the bottom part, then the sides you'll be joining to each side. Then take the central front of your front pattern and the side front and take your masking tape and tape it together. So after taping it together, we're going to now cut it as one piece instead of cutting it as 2 pieces then joining. So we are going to get the basque now. So for the basque, you are going to take your masking tape also and just tape it to the new pattern paper that you've gotten. So after taping it, it's time to mark the Basque effect. So on the central front, you come down by 3 inches, 4 inches or 5 inches. So that's it. Don't you come down below that. So after you've marked the 3 inches or whatever you want to use, but make sure it's just 3 to 5 inches, then you connect it from your side to that 5 inches. So in order to get the other one on the number 4, you are going to come down, not you are not marking basque, you are just going to extend your corset line. Instead of marking it to the waist, it's going to come down to the hip. Okay, so that's for the other one, and I'm going to do a video tutorial on that. So take this pattern now and you're going to use it to cut on your fabric. Remember, the bottom part we are using the crepe, then the upper part is for the lace, then the cup will be using the Ankara fabric. So I'm just going to mark everything out, and so that I'll be able to understand it. So I marked 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 numbers in total. So that's the 4 paper we'll be using for the front. So I'm going to keep the front aside. We'll be working on the back. Okay, so for the back, I used 1 inch. That's what I used for the back neckline. Came down by 1 inch. Then I added my zipper allowance, which was 1.5 inch for zipper allowance. Then I just marked the shoulder to waist measurement, then shoulder to chest line. So there was no need to add under bust or bust point and all of that. Okay, so that's the upper part, and it's time to get the yoke. So insert your dart, please, when doing your back pattern. Don't forget to add your dart. So to get the yoke, you are going to take your tape and you are going to now mark it. So the shoulder measurement I had was 5 inches, and I'm just going to come in by half of an inch, so that I'll be having 4.5 inch. Okay, so from that 4.5 inch, I'm going to now connect it all the way down to the part where my chest line touches the zipper allowance. So on the yoke, there's no zipper allowance. Okay, so just you see that part that I'm marking, there's no zipper allowance. So we're eliminating the neckline and we're also eliminating the zipper. So it's quite easy for the back yoke. It's very, very easy to get. So this is it. This is how it's going to be after cutting it on your fabric. So these are all the pattern pieces. Remember guys, I told you the video is lengthy, so just the pattern took like 13 to 15 minutes. So for the back, we're eliminating the dart. So cut out one part of the dart and use the other part to cover it up. Sorry about that. Then after covering it up, you've gotten your back pattern. So you'll be cutting 2 pieces for your back, the bottom part, and 2 pieces for the upper part. So I'm going to use this to cut out on the fabrics, and I'm going to post the sewing tutorial on Sunday, guys. I'm really sorry, but the video is so lengthy and I don't want it to be too long. So after cutting it, I'm going to stitch it, and that stitching tutorial will be for Sunday. Thank you so much, guys. For those who picked the 4th tutorial, I'm going to do a pattern on how to achieve that and a small sewing tutorials on it. So my client wanted something like this because she had to change her mind, and changing her mind means I have to change the style that I wanted to make for her. So thank you so much, guys. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Bye, guys.